phenomenal names, by the way.
Honestly.
Top tier names.
So the Grapezard question I had, I guess I wanted to ask here is he primarily Purple Zard? Like, does he play the game, like the match? Is it Purple Zard?
That's where we're starting. Immediately, Barney on the screen.
Right. I mean,
but I have seen through many matches, Grapezard's not a one trick. You know, he's got the other 2 Pokemon in the pocket, ready to go, whatever. But his heart is with the Charizard.
yeah.
Definitely a player who plays with his heart. Like, you expect to see a Flare Blitz or 2.
I have.
And like I was saying, this dude plays with his heart, and it's so sick.
Absolutely scripted. Literally right off that neighbor, just off the rip, gets a nice.
Oh, that's why and that's 2. We don't need to expect anymore, but you might see more because the first 2 worked out so dang well.
I mean, but that's a death sentence. So you've got to tech those right here, obviously. And I mean, that can't be a true setup, right? We're sitting here looking at this, and that looked true, if you're asking me.
Honestly, it's one of those scenarios where, like, you could even multiple ways that you tech it get hit by that Flare Blitz. It's just like a situation you don't want to be in to test those waters in the first place.
Absolutely not. And there's a dude, okay, this man is Heart the Smash player. This dude is absolutely just playing pure emotion and feeling. I cannot play this game like that.
Yeah. No, I'm too terrified. I don't have the same heart that Grapezard does. But it works out really well here because you can see Dr. Shrimp Puerto Rico is kind of trying to set up those, like, slow game where he'll stay out of your range, toss out those Electric Wind Godfists. But if you're just doing that, and I'm nowhere near you, I'm going to come in with the Flare Blitz. It's going to work out.
And just as we saw, too, the hitbox, he actually didn't activate it until after the shield. This one hits the front of it, so he does get a punish here. He gets something.
Yeah.
Big damage. But it's crazy how the read has to go, like, you know Grapezard's going to throw it out. So, like, do you try to, like, play on?
Ooh, and now it's an even game. That's what's crazy. Kazuya is a character that just, like, throws up damage. Vomits some damage comes out.
Exactly. Now you're Squirtle too, so you're extremely light, but it's easy to dodge. You're a little low. You're a little like low to the ground, but like in my opinion, I still just feel like the way Grapezard played those first 2 stocks, just stick with it, man.
Now I feel like we saw a little bit of like, yeah, get that weight, please. You need to be heavier. Oh my God, barely surviving with the Ivy. It's start time. It was one of those scenarios where, like, the first couple of Flare Blitzes come through and you're not ready for it. And everybody's been there where they get hit by a move and they think, that shouldn't work. You get hit by another one and you're like, all right, well, maybe I'll, you know, lean time,
right?
Focus. And the next couple didn't hit. The next couple, we got the blocks and we were ready to punish.
Exactly.
And I think sometimes you just got to check your opponent's pulse and be like, are you ready for this? Do you feel this?
Put the club beat on. Y'all ready for this?
Exactly. And by the middle, towards the end, you can see, all right, I've tested you. Now, all right, pop quiz, you passed.
Exactly. And then at the end there, the final stock goes to Grapezard going low, which Grapezard the entire set, game 1, never went off stage and blocked the recovery option.
Right. And now, probably expecting to see a few less Flare Blitz and a little bit more of that solid Fundies, starting off with a lot of damage for Shrimp Puerto Rico off stage. Not quite going to be able to interrupt with the down smash, but right back off again.
With that down smash right there from Charizard, does that have the same effect as Kazuya's down smash? Is it still kind of a spike?
It's not like a spike, but it can hit below the ledge, and it can send a kind of a nasty angle where it's not easy for Kazuya to recover. Might set up one of those fairs.
Got you. I got you. So it's just another option that he's trying to throw out to, mix up the opponent. Doing well, though. Unfortunately, percentage deficit, but easy to gain back. That was wonderful, but not enough heart in that Flare Blitz to get the kill.
I like the idea, though. You go for the jab reset, and then backing up can kind of signal to the opponent, oh, I get away from the setup by rolling away. Yes, sir! We're awake today!
Look. You know what? Respect. He held it. He held on to that really hard.
Oh, yeah! Okay,
we call that a reversal, baby.
I just love that Grapezard started the set, even going into game 2. He said, I'm going to be your wake-up call. You ordered this. You got to pay attention. And then suddenly, we're seeing, Dr. Shrimp Puerto Rico is awake.
I mean, that too, like, I kind of feel like obviously Skelly would have handled this match a bit different. Shrimp Puerto Rico before this winning the mirror match against Skeleton. So big upset, but yeah, like right, yeah. You're just gonna walk across the stage at this point. We call it walking the dog. Maybe it's walking the fist. I don't know.
Yeah, in the mirror, honestly, with Kazuya, it can be so any mirror match, any mirror can be kind of wild.
My question is, you know, as a region, we've had this kind of like new invasion of the Kazuya players. We got a couple of them here, enough to watch out for. But is it hard for these players to adapt to something like that? I mean, Grapezard kind of not really having that big of a problem.
Yeah, I mean, Kazuya feels like a boss character, where sometimes, with as rigid as he is moving, and a lot of the fighting game characters do feel like this a little bit, where their movement isn't as fluid as some of the other platform fighting characters. It feels a little bit more like sometimes you're playing the matchups and you're not playing the player. But here's where the player comes through.
Exactly. This is like, I guess, the matchup knowledge check as for Grapezard in this case. I mean, it was a good idea there to like bait away with Ivysaur, in my opinion, trying to get a little bit extra credit, but not much. Couldn't get the kill, and that is going to be game.
Yeah, so that move kills Kazuya first, and the player with the lower percentage has more control of the command grab.